or taped if you listen to the podcast, but just want to do a podcast and get the word out there. I published a post recently on Blogging Paradise that talked about how doubt is just a newbie blogger mistake in that it's a state of mind. But when you lack confidence and you don't face your fears and you keep doubting yourself more and more, you will absolutely destroy your blogging campaign as a new blogger. There's no way to succeed if you doubt everything. And I remember you're going to have some doubts in the beginning, or maybe you appear to be crippled by doubt. And I totally get that because I've been there. I almost quit blogging 2 days into my career. And Kelly had to walk me off the ledge because I invested money in domain and hosting and another opportunity at the time. And then like 2 days in, I'm like, who the heck am I? I don't know anything about internet marketing. I don't know what a blog is. So I doubted myself so deeply, I almost asked for my money back, or if I didn't get the money back, just quit. So I'm going to waste my time with this. So I know how this feels, guys. Yet you have to correct that mental pattern by facing your fears and facing your doubts, expressing them, leaving your comfort zone, and then getting the work done. Not so much from the action intent. You don't want to think that, although you'll be moving into action. You want to get the clear intent in your mind. Like everything is ultimately mind and mind training, because the actions you take are based on your mindset, based on your feelings, and you'll see how much is mind in life. And of course, in blogging, it's everything basically. But you need to gradually ease into doubt, because if not, it will utterly cripple your blogging campaign, because it's just a damaging blogging state of mind. And I see this often, obviously experienced it some 15 years ago as a newbie. But when I check Reddit or Quora or Twitter or wherever, Facebook, and I see these new bloggers who seem to be paralyzed by doubt, they never get anything done. They ask questions, they doubt, they're worried, and they may get a really solid series of answers or solid answer to act upon, but because the doubt is still in their mind, they keep doubting and they're afraid to move into action based on sound advice. Or they even invest in a course or an ebook and they're so doubt filled, that is their mind, that they don't take the course, they don't read the ebook. They invest money in it and it sits there. That's doubt. That's a trick shell game, really, the ego plays of, well, I'll start investing money in my education, I'll start paying my tuition, but then you don't move into action on it. Doubt is one of those fear-based energies that hold you back. You can't move forward if you're afraid to move forward and honor that fear. That makes sense when you think about it. And when it comes to doubt, again, guys, Quora, Reddit, seeing all these new bloggers or struggling veterans even, it is such a damaging state of mind because they keep asking questions and then they don't do the things that lead to the success because they doubt. Really, the way through it is through it. You have to step into the doubt. Mind training helps for sure. Dive into a mind training campaign, mind training regimen. You have meditating, do a Kriya Yoga, a Course in Miracles. These are just symbols. These are ways. But ultimately, guys, it is this. You're going to feel super uncomfortable when you begin blogging. There'll be some excitement. There'll be this idea, wow, this could be really freeing. And then there's going to be doubt. Nobody's going to read my blog. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Following pros could put you in the right direction. But even when you follow professional guys, you got to dive into your doubt. Or else you won't blog. And that's pretty damaging. If you're not blogging, you're not a blogger. Or if you publish a post a month and then don't do anything else, it's going to be difficult to gain traction because on a worldly level, we usually find the mental clarity in most cases in feeling intuitive nudges than acting on those nuggets of blogging wisdom. And as you act on these intuitive right steps or successful steps, you're going to trigger the doubt and feel the discomfort as you do it. So as you write a post in your mind, the ego will say, and it's only the ego is fear. It's not love. It's not spirit. It'll say, well, nobody's going to read it anyway, so who the hell cares? Or it'll manifest in other self-conscious mediums, self-destructive, I should say, self-conscious too, but self-sabotaging, ultimately thinking about, well, nobody's going to read it anyway, so I'll publish the post, but since I doubt so much, I'm not going to promote it. Or you can come in if you want. Is that a, oh, look at that. I thought it was a person. That's, hey, what is that? When a dog weighs 130 pounds, here you go. And this is for the YouTube crowd. I thought it was a human. This is Stanley. This is not for views. I'm going to go out, bud, and I'll give you out in a few minutes. I'm going to have some lunch. That is Stanley. You know what? I think I'm going to embed this and turn it into a post. Fish breath. Stanley doesn't doubt. What? What are you doing, my love? You really don't want to have been outside. It's very cold and rainy, and even though he's got obviously St. Bernard and Great Pyrenees in the guy, and for Anchor and Twitter, Stanley, the 130-pound St. Bernard Pyrenees Newfoundland mix, just greeted me. Now I put his head. Sorry, guys. This is just for the YouTube crowd. Put his head, but this will be on my blog. Stanley's coming to me with love. I think I'll go out with him in a few too. If it's cold and even red, especially Pyrenees, they can handle St. Bernards too, of course. Swiss Alps. They're bred to handle this type of weather. 33, 44 degrees, rainy, kind of nasty, borderline sleet freezing rain. He's still like, I think I'll stay inside. But a loving dog, and that might be my cue. We're about 7 minutes in to not doubt my intuition and to get him outside to have some lunch and then to move on, because I think maybe some shopping later and definitely cardio, man. Been a little slacking in the cardio department. So, guys, the way through this damaging, bugging emotion is doubt is to do what you're scared of doing, which will bring up the fears that are fueling the doubt. And you're going to feel discomfort. It's not always going to feel clear. Sometimes you'll feel really inspired. You're like, man, that felt good. And other times you'll do something and your intuition is going to say, create something helpful for someone. That's a way as a new blogger to gain some traction. And as you're creating it, the ego is going to doubt it. And so you're wasting your time. Nobody's tuning in. It's not going to lead to money. And you have to sit with that crap and follow through with your intuitive guidance, even though the ego is going to say, no, don't listen to your intuition. You're destined to fail. You're going to be broke. You're not going to make a cent. You should doubt yourself. You don't know what you're doing. You have to get through those voices, guys. There's like one way through, and it's through. And it's such a damaging blogging state of mind. But how do you release a damaging state of mind? Not through battling, per se, not through fighting, but through wading through the emotions that appear to be damaging. Because it's damaging if you trust your doubts, but if you lean into them and feel that fear and that discomfort and you feel like an idiot, clown, and stupid and like a failure, and you still write the post, kudos to you guys, because you dissolved the damage by walking through the minefield. And that's how you publish the first post, and then you do it again for the next post. And then you do it again, and then you do it when you broadcast live. But you'll be defeating the doubt, which is cool. So it'll dissolve and you'll gain confidence. You'll also, as you're defeating the doubt by just stepping into it, you'll begin to understand that bloggers don't succeed based on fear in their mind alone, because all their struggles are fear in their mind projected into the world. And then you're like, holy crap, it's uncomfortable. And it's tough, but it's just the doubt in my mind that's holding me back, and it's leading to all my problems. You face the doubt, you listen to your intuition, you create and connect generously, and then you're not going to have the problems, and you'll have the confidence and the clarity and the comfort. And to point to before we roll, guys, that it's really important. You want to know why you're blogging and to tie that reason why to fun and freedom, passion, service, having fun, helping people. Because the doubt comes up solely when you're attaching to outcomes. It's not because you're having fun helping people. It's not because you're passionate. It's because, well, I'm afraid and I doubt that I'll get no readers for myself. That's an outcome. I'm afraid, I doubt I'll make no money. Blah, blah, blah. Outcome. I'm afraid, or I doubt that I'll succeed outcome. I doubt that I'll get any readers. I doubt I'll have any positive. See how they're all outcomes? And when you focus on the fun, freeing driver, you move an entirely different realm you move into. And that's love, which is detachment from outcomes, which is the exact state of mind. And progressively you cultivate it. But especially when you're doing it for fun and freedom, you're not going to doubt yourself because there's going to be no outcome that's doubt triggering or doubt worthy. You'll be like, I love doing this. I don't doubt that. And I'm not looking for anything out of it. Largely, bingo. That's how you develop that detachment and trust that all these professional bloggers have. Uh-oh. I didn't record it for Anchor. Oh, well. We'll just roll with it. It's funny, though, right? I'm so focused on getting this content out there. Well, at least I'll have it on YouTube. And like I said, this is going up on the blog now. We're going to do an embed because Stanley made it. Stanley, you made this video. No doubts. Twitter. Love you guys. See you later, Spaces. And YouTube. Time for some lunch, and I'll get this up on the blog now, embed it, and just maybe a little intro. But then we're going to get right into the video. So that's it for today, guys. Until next time, you know what to do. Enjoy Paradise all.